What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sooner Pro Gaming community. You live here with your guy Rafe. Let me know in the comments. Share with us how life has been moving along with you. Hopefully you've been moving along with life to your best capabilities. You know, life moves along no matter what we do. So let's make the best of our days, improve our skills inch by inch, play by play, and day by day. Let's learn from great minds. We all need great counseling on our sides. We coach how to become profitable and successful in our daily lives. Make sure you subscribe. Join us as we learn new things. It's far better when we learn together than by ourselves. So if you find anything in our videos that will assist you in anything in your daily lives, feel free to tap the like button. We always appreciate and thank you guys. I would also like to thank all the great minds across the globe and on YouTube that I learned from that give us inspiration. So today, this video is how to save $5,000. Many of you guys probably already got $5,000, and many of you guys probably have much more than $5,000. And many of you just need just a little booster and some knowledge and a little bit of wisdom to achieve that financial goal. So you should have a goal set to save your first $5,000 or add another $5,000 to your stack or your portfolio. So first off, you need drive and a wealth building mindset, as well as be disciplined and be a boss in your shoes. So the first thing we need is systems in place, and that will help you out a lot. If you have a good helpmate, a person that will support your goals alongside of you, that will be a surely good thing to save your first 5K. So we're going to focus on the ones that don't already have that 5-piece tucked and saved away. Our motto is having the right systems in place for putting cash away. You need accounts or a good safe place among you where you can store your cash and save and retain. It's all about retaining your earnings, whether it's a small amount, a medium amount, or a large amount. Save your money, family. No matter how much it is, it will count in the long term. So you must be serious about the process. You need a brokerage account. If you don't already have one, there's a few links below for you just to click, follow the process, set yourself up with an individual account and a Roth IRA. These are considered systems for saving, storing, and retaining cash, building wealth. Many of you, preferably my ladies with children and families, receive big lump sums of money, whether it be from tax returns, child support, or alimony, or a couple of sugar daddies or two on the side, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at tax returns since it's tax season. Okay, so if you receive a nice whopping taxes, don't be so quick to have a spending, mindset. Don't be so quick to spend. Yeah, I know you might think you or your kids need some things, but it may not be true at the heart at this moment, you know what I'm saying? Because your mind makes you think you need a lot of things, or your kids just need this, or that. And kids really don't, they don't really think about too much stuff like we do. So they really probably don't really too much care about some of the things that you think they need. So focus on how much of your taxes you can save and retain until you receive your next tax return. I know it may seem like a lot of ways you maybe not even received your taxes yet, but a year flies by whenever you handle your business, and they go by real quick. So it be just like that in the years gone by. So be thinking and planning ahead. And always thank the Lord to see another year. You know what I'm saying? Times are getting wacky, and that's on another note. But so back to the tax saving strategy. Let's say you receive 5K in taxes. Some of you may receive more. Some of you may receive just a little less than 5K. You should consider at least saving 20% of the entire return. Open up your brokerage account. Like I said, the links are below. Just pick which one you think or you may know a couple of them, but which better one fits your your style. They all do the same thing, which provide you a place, a system to build wealth. So let's just make sure we're on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start your journey off on a good note. If you don't have a brokerage account, open up a new bank account with a checking and a savings account with no monthly fees attached. You know what I'm saying? Your local credit union is a great place to start. After you open up a new account or deposit money in your savings, make sure your brokerage is open and that you make your first deposit. Do your math. Save 20% in your bank account and then transfer that 20% into your individual's brokerage account. At this point, you will have a simple business process started so you can work on and perfect your money management skills. 20% of $5,000 is just $1,000. My man G said if you got $2,000 and you never fall below that $2,000, you considered a baller. So keep that in mind. Once your system is in place and you have your first $1,000 or more saved in your brokerage account, your first step at saving $5,000 is complete. You know, you go out and celebrate, you know, have a cup of wine or, you know what I'm saying, make you one of your favorite healthy meals, you know what I'm saying, get your beverage. If you don't drink wine, you may go hang out with some friends, families, or your spouse, or just, you know what I'm saying, by yourself is all good as well. But don't spend over $55, you know what I'm saying, celebrating your first step to, you know, saving $5K. The less will be the best. And with this process, cut down all partying and spending. You know, you're on a mission to get $5K, right? So make sure you just cut down anything that's going to hinder, you know what I'm saying, getting this 5P stacked. So on to the next. So we got another option. You can take out 20% of that return for yourself and your household and deposit the whole 80% right into your brokerage account. So if you receive $5,000 or more, you know, you're going to do your math. 20% of $5K is $1,000. So you'll take that $5K and you will just, you know, preserve that for you and your household. You know what I'm saying? Because many of the people get tax returns and they just blow it all off and, you know what I'm saying, be waiting to the next tax return. So basically, you would have deposited about $4,000 or more into your brokerage account. And when you do that, just forget about it. You know, log in through the week and learn how to maneuver through your brokerage account. Guard your passwords and study your money and gain energy from just seeing your money sitting off in that brokerage account. It's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell everybody, you know, what you're doing. And never think about ways to spend. You know what I'm saying? That's out of the picture. Don't even think about spending this. This is just something to look pretty in there until you find out how to invest. So think about long-term retirement and investing. But for the most part, if you choose option 2, you are already near 5K if you didn't just, you know, be on your boss status and just drop the whole 5K off into your brokerage account and just forget about it and just make like you didn't even get a tax return and just, you know what I'm saying, just keep using your resources, keep working, or just keep, you know what I'm saying, finding other ways to get money. So that's how you just become a real, you know what I'm saying, boss doing anything, 9 to 5s, you know, saving from businesses, or just doing anything that you can to get some money. So let's get back on track. You always need to be thinking how to save and transfer cash into your brokerage account. You know what I'm saying? Like dropping deposits. You know, I know you see the entertainers, rappers, they talk about they make deposits. So that's why they get money, because they deposited. They stay retaining money, retaining earnings. They got people on side of them that's counseling them. They, you know, they learn it from great minds alike as well, because they brush shoulders with all type of people that's used to having big money, and they know how to retain it and they know how to save. So, you know, once if you know, let's just say you ain't really receiving no big, you know, tax returns, or you ain't getting no, you know what I'm saying? This is for my guys. You know, some guys, working guys, they don't really get too much tax returns if they ain't really got a family or no kids to claim on their tax returns. So you might not be getting a big lump sum. So, you know, but, you know, don't get discouraged with your wealth building process. It will come if you stay 10 toes down and dedicate yourself to your hustle. I would say 80% of however much I receive from my tax return, no matter what. I don't care if you in debt, you got bills, you need materials. If they ain't taking your taxes, then you in the game. So say that 80% of your return in your brokerage account. Therefore, you should be, you know, focused on not spending a dime. There should be nothing you have to do to take this money out, no matter what. You just gotta have faith that you can make it through whatever happens, and keep making some money if you go through a process like that. But thinking positive and thinking straightforward, ain't nothing gonna really too much gonna be happening. So we dropping gems right now. Okay, so 20%, let's divide that up. That 20% up. Let's just take 10% for ourselves and 10% for giving and gifting. You know what I mean? This is how you be a boss. Implement sharing and giving into your life, and you surely will be rewarded. Not saying you got to go out and give 10% to a church unless you attend a church regularly. If you attend a church or a local church that you would like to support, just split that 10% up into 5% twice. Okay? Give 5% to your church, and the other 5%, you will go around and just, give it to the community, to people who are walking around on the streets that that just might need a little helping hand, So go out looking around and share some of that with the needy peoples on the streets. Give out $5 or $10 here and there. That means a lot to people walking around on the streets. We always should consider the poor and the needy. If you don't attend a regular church, your duty should be to go around, ride around, and get that whole 10% out. You don't have to give it all out at one time or all in a day. You can just, preserve it. But make sure that whole 10% gets out only to the needy. And make that an important priority to do. Stay vigilant with giving. Look around for strangers, people that you don't even know. People that you would never even consider helping. These are where blessings are created. It's easy to give family and friends, people you may know. But the goal is to show your energy inside of you that you are far from selfish. A few dollars here, a few dollars there. Giving brings good luck. Good deeds and giving back will go a long way in the process to saving your first $5,000. Okay, so with this example, it doesn't necessarily have to be, with a tax return. Any large lump sum of money you receive throughout the year, you earn, you win, or you just, blessings just come upon you, you stumble across it. Use these same strategies, the 80-20 rule. Get in the habit of doing your math. Calculate. Don't just be out here reckless, careless, You know how the motto, spend it, man. Don't be on that. That ain't boss mentality if you ain't just got 5K already or 20K, or, Really, you don't need to be doing nothing careless or reckless if you ain't got 100 piece. You ain't got 100K somewhere. So, no matter what Lil JoJo doing or your friends who want to hit the club or the bar every weekend, you can participate, but don't spend or get caught up in any of the BS that may cost you money. Learn to have fun with what you're doing. Learn how to have fun without spending. You don't have to spend money or, on new drip every weekend. As long as you got stacks and you got money in your brokerage account, you winning. I don't care what nobody say. Don't listen to nobody out there. Don't be fooled. So you may only be having to go out partying with $20, but think in the back of your mind that when you party and whenever you leave the place wherever you at, you still got bands tucked and you straight. You might hear somebody say, I blew all my money last night on nothing but some fun, really. But you being wise still got the bag. And keep all that info to yourself. You don't got to tell people what you doing, what you saving, and all that. That ain't really what you want to do. Being frugal is the motto. If you getting stamps or any government assistance, use them blessings wisely. Consider them blessings. Okay, that's how you would strategize them big lump sums. Just how I explained. So if you need to go back and watch the video again and again, like you put your favorite song on repeat, do this video the same way. Keep it 100 with yourself. Now let's check out, looking at how we gonna keep growing this, check by check, or money you receive weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month, etc. Any money you receive throughout the year, focus on saving 20% of that money in your brokerage account and live off the other 80%. And then if you can save some of that 80% of your earnings throughout the year, you know what I'm saying? Pocket that. Keep some of that in your savings. And if you just want to just really go hard for what you know, just say that 80%, I'm going to take another 20% and put it in my brokerage account. Or I'm going to put the 10 or 20% from this and put it in my Roth IRA. So you can open up your individual account and a Roth IRA. They got different kind of, terms and everything. So the individual brokerage account is, you can pull money out anytime, day by day, deposit it, all that, without getting penalized. Okay, a Roth IRA is really a retirement account. And, you put money in there. Like I said, you can roll your 401k over into your Roth IRA with total control. And then, it's like a term, like if you hold it for 5 years, then, you won't be penalized as much if you take, I don't even really think if you will be penalized if you take out the money that you already paid taxes on. But any earnings that you take out will be taxed. But the goal is to don't get in that IRA until you're 59 and a half on them terms. You know what I'm saying? And that's another video. Do your research on Roth IRAs if you don't know too much about it. So, cut all your spending habits, things you may have done on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? Chop all that up until you get that first 5K. No matter how long it takes. You should be able to save that in 1 year, depending on how much you make in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Study your tax returns. This will show you how much you made in 1 year. You know what I mean? If you're making over $20,000 in a year, easily you can save 5K in a year's time. That's if you don't get any other monies throughout the year. So you can come up with a 9 to 5. To be honest, you must be a good money manager, and I'm here to coach you along the way. Consider hiring us to coach. We always showing love on prices. I know it's hard times, but we are here to guide you to becoming financial wealthy. So just reach out. If you make less than $15,000 per year, there's still hope, and it may take a year or two. Depends on if you don't make any other money throughout the year. You can deposit into your brokerage account. You know what I'm saying? You might. The maximum that you can save in a Roth IRA is $5,000. So it's kind of showing you that, saving $5,000 per year is good if you ain't really just, trying to keep up with the Joneses or, thinking above your means. You know what I'm saying? Like the goal is to become wealthy, like, inch by inch. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, all fast money might be considered a curse. So with that being said, you can grow money, year by year, such and such. So if you ain't making over $15,000 and you got little bills, you may be able to save $2,500 in your brokerage account. So, consider it. Now let's look at the advantage of having a brokerage account. A brokerage account is basically a bank account, but you have the options to buy stocks in all the companies around the USA. Many of your local shopping places have common stock that you can buy. I know you heard people, talking about Warren Buffett getting rich from investments. You can do the same thing to your brokerage account. So yeah, but play your hand right, you know what I'm saying? Study and do your research. Like I said, we are here to coach you into getting wealthy. So, excuse me. So your brokerage account allows you to set up margin, meaning that they will loan you money to buy stocks if you have over $2,000 in your account. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 or more in your account value, or $2,000 worth of stock. Let's say you have $2,000 cash and you know what you're doing, and you find a stock that will grow in the future. The brokerage account will lend you an extra $2,000 because you have $2,000 or more to back that up. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you got enough to back your loan up. So let's say you bought $3,000 worth of shares and your stocks increased in value. You can sell however many shares that will pay that $1,000 back to the brokerage. And as soon as you click the button and you sell, the debt paid, they automatically take it out. So it's real simple to do this. You can hold on to the other shares or simply sell off and retain the money. You will have more than your original $2,000 investment from the profits that you receive from your stock appreciation. So you're making money from your money and leveraging the brokerage money. The interest you pay from brokerage is far less than you receive from a bank. You know what I'm saying? If you just starting out, your bank may not even give you a loan. You can't even get a loan due to your credit. But these brokers, and you are eligible to receive a loan if you got $2,000 or more. So as long as you got $2,000, you can get a loan from the brokerage account. Not just pulling it out, but a loan to build your wealth by buying investments. You know what I'm saying? Things that's going to appreciate in value. Apple stock, Walmart stocks, maybe Microsoft. Just things that you see that's going to continue to be here and that's going to continue to turn a profit. So, like I said, the interest that these brokerages is giving you is anywhere from 8% down to 4%, or a little less if you got a lot more money in your brokerage account. These brokerages will help you build wealth if you understand the game and how brokerage investments work. Let's look at the downside. Let's say you have $2,000 and you borrowed $2,000 from your brokerage to buy some shares, and your shares went down instead of up. So that means, if you only got $2,000, then you might be in margin. You might think and say, oh, you in margin call. But don't get scared and sell all your, you know what I'm saying? But basically, you would just, have money in your bank account. That's why you need to save, that you would just deposit into your brokerage account to bring your balance up. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you will be depositing money to pay that $2,000 loan off. So you might be out here jugging and, you know what I'm saying, turning corners and doing your thing. You come up on a $250 or $500 or $100. You just deposit that off into your brokerage account, and it'll subtract however much you owe. So it's working for you. It's automatically doing, you know what I'm saying, doing your math, calculating everything for you. So just consider that. Like, don't be too scared to jump out here. And let's say, that them shares you didn't sell, and your shares, go up and they go off to the moon. You will have much more money than you thought, because the money you was deposited in there is still your money, like you was saving it. And basically, the brokerage account is allowing you to get ahead if you're choosing the right stocks. You know what I mean? And if you just really don't know too much about stocks, just keep putting the money in there. Keep saving, because these are big banks, big brokers. Because you might just say, man, I didn't save $8,000 or $10,000 in here. And, you might have not been able to get a loan from your bank, or, you might see a little car $4,000, $5,000, and you got, you've been saving a little bit, got couple thousand cash, and then you might just say, I don't want to pay the whole $5,000 or $6,000 on the car. These people will finance you the rest, just because they see that you got this cash in there. And, that's kind of like they're saying, the rich people say, we're going to pull up, get loans on our investments, because they're not selling their investments. They still letting them increase. If you got dividends, you still getting dividends. So that's a good thing by you building relationship with brokerage accounts that's big. They got big finances that's able to, help you out and help you get over that rocky mountain. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of these banks, they ain't messing with you. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no good credit and you just starting out and you ain't really been handling your business, you can forget about it. Or you might go to one of these, you pick places that send you things in the mail, talking about we can give you a loan on it. But if you look at the fine print, the interest rate is 36%, 22%. They really, 8 to 4% from these brokers is killing that 24, 36%, all that. But, only time that helps if you got a business and you turn over money and you can borrow that money and put it back, but they charge you a fee off top. So that's like you already at a loss on them type of loans. Anyway, so, I will make another video going into detail how to really, maneuver around these brokerage accounts and use margin as leverages. And, it's kind of bit more advanced, but it's not hard to learn, you know what I mean? So, like I said, we are here to coach you. We are with you every step of the way. So just don't hesitate to reach out, you know what I'm saying? 5K might not seem like a lot, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to compare yourself to other people who may have been building wealth longer than you, who may started this race longer than you. It's not really a race, but a journey, I would say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to compete and make it a race, but it throws them off. So you don't got to compete. A wise thing is I always say, there ain't no finish line to this, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no finish line. So people might compete with you, might want to race, but if you just keep your pace, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes the people with mind frames like that, when you pacing through yourself, you just look over and they stuck on the side of the road because they didn't have a disaster or crash because they was trying to compete and move along too fast. And, you know, you can reach out and give a helping hand, but you know, you may not consider that because you need to be focusing on you, because they might not be on your team or in your plans. You ain't gonna look down upon them or talk about them or, you know, be happy, but you just gonna keep your head focused and keep on with your pace that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but once you retain your first 5K, it will become easy. You know what I'm saying? Keep stacking 5K. You know what I'm saying? Once you get that 5-piece, just focus on another 5-piece. Don't jump the gun trying to say, well, now I'm going to get a whole 20K. That might be a little seem like a bigger hurdle to jump. But if you can save 5K 3 more times after you get your first K, then you got that 20-piece. So now you consider trying a business venture, or, you know what I'm saying, invest in some education, or learn a new trade, you know what I'm saying? Get your feet wet, you know what I'm saying? You can pay off, you know, buy a couple courses, that only if it guaranteed to bring you more money over time. But to be honest, as long as you keep working and you making over $25,000 a year, you can easily be worth $40,000, $50,000 or more within a 5-year time frame. You may consider driving on the used cars from the auction with no payments, so you can save majority of the money you make. Don't be at her because you at work and you see somebody pull up in a new car and they kind of want to intimidate you, or they kind of insecure, and some people don't like people at their jobs or where they work, so they try to intimidate them or, talk about them or get brownie points by speaking around on you. Don't get discouraged, because as long as you holding it down and you stacking money year after year, you gonna win, because they might be pulling up in a new car and paying $500-$600 a month, making like they doing something, but they in the back end they hoping and struggling and trying to make that count. So don't get too discouraged about what people doing out here and what they trying to make look good. But like I say, if you make that brokerage account look good and you continue saving in them bank accounts, and you just consider yourself, play the low man, play the lowest man on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? They say that, who that come last shall be first. So keep that in mind, and just keep following what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, consider going to the auction, or knock off your $4,000-$5,000 car that ain't gonna that you can, you ain't gotta put too much maintenance in, ain't too high on gas, because you ain't worried about flossing. You worried about saving to that next point. It's only temporary, sacrifices that you might, and we ain't even really got to sacrifice nothing but the finer things and the designer things that's going to deplete our bank accounts. We want to keep all our energy positive, and we don't want to bring no curses upon us that's going to, in the end, hinder us from really being, prosperous in the long run. So after you get that 40 or 50,000, then you consider, looking at a car, and its ranges. Once you get 40, 50,000, and you working and you improving, you might consider $20,000, and them is brand new cars at $20,000 range. Them brand new cars, 0 mileage. So you can just drop a 15-piece on there. If you ain't considering buying a nice home around 40, 50, 60,000, that you can pay that off quick. You ain't gotta once you get this type of money, you can consider homes that's around 40, 50, 60,000. We talking around the states that got low living costs. Things that inflation is going up, but some of these states got, cost of living ain't too high. So that'd be another thing to consider if you ain't really just got too much for, like, move to some states that got, it's only temporary. So if you go to some states that got low living costs, you knock your average house $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, and you go hard and you paid it off, that can be considered a rental property once you get it paid off, halfway paid off, and then you can move around. Use the map to your best advantage. That's how you work the map. You live, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, once you get around $40,000-$50,000, you can drop $12,000, $15,000 down on a new whip. You probably only be left with $10,000, $12,000 to pay. Make, you know what I'm saying, negotiate some good payments. Hopefully you got a nice interest rate where you can pay that down. And once you get off into that note, the payment that you $200-$300 a month, that's just the minimum that you can pay. But you also can pay that payment and then drop $500 or $1,000 onto that principal and get that thing knocked off quick, just like that. So it's all about strategizing and using techniques as a good money manager. You know what I'm saying? But that's for another study. We'll get into that too. And I got tons of strategies, you know what I'm saying, that can get you anything that you need while you saving and building wealth. The average person can live a good life with just a couple $100,000 in retirement around these states. Like I said, they got low living costs. You know what I'm saying? Living within your means, plans, and make sure you save at least 20% of all your earnings every year. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be a year go by where you don't at least put max your Roth IRA contributions out like $5,000 or $6,000, as well as considering 20% or more of your earnings. So you gotta calculate, and it's just simple math, and your future will be bright. Hope you guys found some of this interesting. You know what I'm saying? These videos, helpful to get your first 5K. Follow us on Instagram, DM your email to us, reach out to us. We can help you, get you going with some coaching. You know what I'm saying? We can zoom it up, get you going with all type of strategies that you need to consider saving thousands upon thousands. You know what I'm saying? Even considering millions. You know what I'm saying? But we just kind of talking to a bracket that's, on their stride to get their first 5K or save another 5K, you know what I'm saying, till you reach that $40,000 or $50,000 range, you know what I'm saying. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like our videos, you know what I'm saying. Follow us on Instagram. Let's build a relationship and we can take it from there. So make sure you guys keep your thinking caps on, stay healthy. Health, wealth, and a happy, joyful mind can get you a long way. Thank you guys for watching. Tap into the Pro Gaming channel. We live with your boy Rafe. Peace.